Hi, this is Amy Black again. So I just wanted to make this a secondary video to my first one. My first video, I shared my experience with being diagnosed with breast cancer. And so this video, I want to share some more about what I've learned about my kind of breast cancer. I was diagnosed with invasive and non-invasive ductal carcinoma. And like I said in my previous video, invasive ductal carcinoma is where the cancer cells inside the milk ducts have grown out of the duct and are spreading cancer cells into the surrounding breast tissue. That kind of cancer has the potential for getting into the nearby lymph nodes and spreading cancer cells throughout the rest of my body. So that, that one is, something that, we are, taking very seriously and are pursuing, every treatment, option, that is necessary at this point. The other kind, the non-invasive ductal carcinoma, is where the cancer cells are inside the duct and they're not spreading. I know there's some information out there about non-invasive ductal carcinoma. Some women think, oh, it's non-invasive, it's staying inside the tube, it's not going to spread. We'll just kind of wait, watch, and see, it may go away on its own. I don't know much about, whether or not, cancer cells of any kind really do go away on their own. I guess I'd have to research more about that. I'm not a doctor. But I do know that at some point in time, it's very likely that my cancer was all non-invasive and eventually became invasive. So I feel like it's important for women to understand and know that it is possible for non-invasive ductal carcinoma to become invasive. I have both kinds, so I'm living proof of that. I'm learning so much about this. I can't help but feel like we need to bring more awareness to breast cancer, not just for the study of it, but also for more, just like millions of people have cancer, and there's so many different kinds of cancer, but I feel like we didn't really, learn a lot about that, I didn't learn a lot about cancer, in health classes and things like that when I was in school. When I heard my diagnosis, I felt like it was the end of the world, but the more I'm learning about it, the less I feel like that. And maybe some of you out there who have cancer know what I'm talking about. Right now I do not feel like, it's the end of my life. It's not the end of the world. We did catch it really early. But I have relatives who have had stage 4, stage 3, stage 4, cancers, who beat it, and, cancer does not have to be a death sentence. In fact, I think I'd be more afraid of, getting some kind of plague right now than I am of having my cancer. Because with cancer, I feel like, I have hope, I have time, to get my affairs in order and also to, get the treatments I need to get to try to fight this. There's so many illnesses in this world. I feel kind of bad that when I had to share this news with my family, they were so sad, they were so scared and so sad. And I myself, have been scared and very sad. But the more I learn about this, the more I realize, cancer is treatable. Many cancers are treatable. Maybe not always curable, but they are treatable, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, and rheumatoid arthritis, and none of those are really curable. They're all treatable. I know endometriosis isn't going to kill me, but the pain sure feels like it's going to. If any of you who have endometriosis, you know what I'm talking about. It can be very painful. And my polycystic ovarian syndrome also, causes, painful, ovulation and multiple cysts that grow in your ovaries, and exploding cysts are very painful. You know, sometimes it's so excruciatingly painful. You're like, oh my gosh, am I going to die? And you can end up in the emergency room as a result. Sometimes I've come very close. And with rheumatoid arthritis, it's chronic inflammation, in your joints, in your bones, and mine is moderate. Mine's not severe, but I'm young, so give it time, right? But so then with this diagnosis, it was like, wow, how much more can my body take? Really, like, what's wrong with my body? And like I said before, I live a pretty moderately healthy lifestyle. I mean, yeah, I have the occasional pizza or hamburger and fries, but I don't eat that stuff every day. I actually eat a lot of, fruits and vegetables and berries and grains and, lean meat. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I haven't for a while, or, pork or processed foods, like I eat mostly kind of a Mediterranean diet, so I've got other health issues going on that I'm struggling with. I'm kind of hoping, now with this diagnosis, maybe some of these treatments, will help some other things, but I've been told I'm going to be put on hormone repression therapy, and they're going to put me on tamoxifen. I have been told that might actually help with my polycystic and with my endometriosis. That's not something that they typically, prescribe for those other conditions. But, it's, in my case, since I've got, this breast cancer, it is, it's something that, is basically going to have the same kind of effect as, if I went on other hormone therapies for those other conditions. Hopefully it should, help with some of those things. So, you can't cure, any of these things, but you can treat them. So, I think the irony is that we may actually be able to cure my cancer. If we caught it really early, hopefully the cancer cells have not gone into the lymph nodes. Hopefully cancer isn't spreading throughout my body. We won't know till after my surgery next week, after they get the results from the lymph nodes. We're really hoping that this is not going to end badly. We're hoping that we'll be able to just remove the cancer through my bilateral mastectomy and, work on healing from that. I've heard that's going to be a long road. I'm going to share my experiences with that on here for anyone who's interested. I know I've really enjoyed watching other ladies' videos about their cancer experience. It's actually really helped give me hope. It's helped buoyed me up and lifted me up and, make me realize I'm not alone. So I want to share my journey with you, and hopefully, my experiences will help somebody else. So I'll, make more of these videos and, talk more about that. So talk to you later. Bye.